I remember this game because I was getting bullied the whole game.
Welcome back to Ultimate List, the show where LoL Esports pros react to their greatest plays voted for by you, the fans. Today I have with me here LEC and LTA, and I guess LCS champion as well, Bwipo. Welcome to the show, Bwipo.
Thank you very much. Nice to be here. I'm excited to see what the fans have voted for me.
So the first play we have here today for you, Bwipo, is actually one of your first plays that you had in your LEC career, EU LCS at the time, where you were playing for Fnatic. This is versus G2 in the finals, where you set up Rekkles with a huge Sion play.
I was really proud of myself when I made this play, but like at the same time, I was like, you know, I was just surprised. I felt like it was such a weird team fight, and then I just like waddled up and I pressed Q, and I was like, oh, they're all dead.
And it's interesting seeing old Skarner and everything.
Oh yeah, the point and click. To be honest, I just... my favorite part is here, Caps to make sure you're not the last of the bubble, and I also cancel my Sion ult to make sure he gets the penta. Like, I just thought it was, like, I thought it was cute that both of us were like, yeah, let's make sure he gets the kill, you know, like, let's make sure he gets the pentakill, so.
When I was looking at this play, like, I remember at this time, I thought you were like a big Sion player. You're like a Sion merchant, where you were playing so much Sion this finals.
The idea basically is when I was a rookie, because obviously, like, this was Copenhagen finals, so this was, like, my first, like, really big stage. Because I was a rookie, and in general, actually, our strategy coming in because I was a rookie was really simple. It was just make sure that I have something I'm comfortable on. So just pick a champion that you can first 3 lock in. That will be good. We deemed that to be Sion in this in this finals. So we basically rolled up and we blind picked Sion 3 games in a row. First 3, we didn't care. We just locked them in as soon as we could. Like obviously, we would first pick a higher priority pick if it was something that Caps or Rekkles would carry on, but basically the next priority was locking in Sion or playing something into Sion. Yeah, that we just like, I think my coaching staff is actually really smart to make sure that I didn't play anything that was like too difficult to play, because in a high pressure situation, especially when you're a rookie, you're gonna want something that you're familiar with. And yes, I did play a lot of Sion, so I was very happy with that.
The second play we have for you, Bwipo, is from group stage of 2020 Worlds. This is a play that a lot of people were really impressed with. It was a 1v2. It was a great play, and I think that going into this game, people were really shocked to see the fact that you guys even got these champions, because it feels like your top side were all champions that you guys really wanted to play.
Yeah, I remember this one really clearly because I know Evelyn really wanted a piece of the pie, and I was like, hell no, I'm taking the solo kill. So yeah, something that was particular about Volibear, and in this matchup, you actually got to see it, is if you didn't trade too much, you would actually, Mill's passive would actually be magic damage, and not physical damage. So as you see me trading with him, he ends up not blocking any of the damage that I'm dealing to him with my auto attacks. And then I got a little bit lucky because he didn't get his basic attack off before my E came down. So he basically blocked 0 damage with his passive, and it made it pretty easy for me to kill him. But I knew the game was over at this point because, like you mentioned, we got a really good draft going for us. I mean, this is what we used to qualify for Worlds in the first place. We loved playing AP junglers, and basically any type of carry jungler where we could find a lead somewhere is something that we highly preferred. I don't know why they decided to let us have all these champions, but I was very happy to play Volibear. I will say I don't think everyone... Like, I don't think people realized I was really good at Volibear just yet. I think I played him in, like, all of groups, and then people were like, damn, this guy, like, he cooked something on Volibear, because I had a very alternative build. I actually played a different style of Volibear. I played, like, a carry Volibear. Most people were playing, like, this more beefy black cleaver.
Frozen Fist.
That's what people were doing. Yeah, I was playing Trinity Force Death Dance. It was a different type of bear.
I just remember this series, I was live viewing it, and the first thing that I said was, well, TSM is going to ban Evelyn or Lucian or both into Fnatic, because this was like your guys' bread and butter. It was Lucian Eve, and later on we heard from an interview that it was actually just a complete mistake by TSM. Like, they meant to ban those champions, and then when they got on stage, they botched their draft, and then they went back over it afterwards. They're like, oh nice, we gave Fnatic their best comp. But just going into this game, where was your confidence level at just entering the game? Because I feel like when you're on a team, there's some chance that you get where you just feel like the game's going to be won before you even start playing the game itself.
I mean, I'm gonna I thought the game was in a good spot because we got Jin on, and I felt like Rekkles, I mean, to this day, I think he's still one of the best Jin players in the world. So, like, even at this event, I think he was the best Jin player in the world, probably. And then Hilly is obviously the best Rakan that I have had the pleasure of playing with. Like, his Rakan's absolutely insane. So, I felt like when I had those two champions, it didn't really matter what I locked in. As long as I picked something that had some kind of agency that could set up a good fight, I knew the game was going to be good.
So, now we are going to go a little bit forward in time. We're going to fast forward to Worlds 2024, which was obviously last year, where you played against HLE in the Swiss stage. So the first game was a little bit rough, but game 2 you guys started coming back, and this was a huge play that you had in Olaf to really seal the game.
I remember this game because I was getting bullied the whole game. I was having a really bad time. I think I died like 3 or 4 times in the early game alone, and then I just I mean, this was all the frustration that Zyra inflicted upon me by spam ganking me and kind of trying to dive me and stuff, which makes sense. This is how you're supposed to deal with Olaf. So what I remember of this play is like, damn, I didn't play that well that game. I was like 0-4 or something. Like, I swear I was like 0-4 at least. I don't remember how many deaths exactly.
I was down like 30 CS or something.
I was really struggling. Like, they were making sure that Olaf wasn't getting to scale, which is exactly what you want to do against him. So, you know, huge props to them for playing that well. At that point, it was just like, I was about to drop. I knew he had no flash, he had no Zhonya's, and I was down to trade 1-for-1 really, because I was just really frustrated with him. It was personal.
This is the game where I immediately think about that Doran TP. Do you remember the Doran TP?
I do remember that. I do remember that. Yeah, he didn't know Nunu's E rooted, so he
didn't know Nunu's E rooted. I remember that was like, it was mind blowing for me. It's like, man, how many different champions can we pick? Are there enough champions in the game that actually people do not know what they do for NA to ever win Worlds? Like, that is the goal.
We got pretty close. I think we got pretty close. I mean, I don't know about winning Worlds, but we almost took down GenG as well. And in general, I think that making sure that you have alternative champions like this prepared. Like, we actually had Nunu prepared the whole pretty much season. Like, he came in summer, and it was like we just locked in Nunu when it was like, you know, it's the 5th game of scrims. We're playing another Zyra matchup. Like, we used him against Zyra and Ivern because of his consume, obviously. Those champions rely on their pets to deal damage. So Nunu has a great matchup into them because he can just straight up eat them.
The next play we have for you is actually game 5. This is the one where you've ruined the G2 lineup forever. And this was Jungle Bwipo. This is Jungle Bwipo, where you came through and, you know, you became one of the best junglers in LEC in your first split.
Oh yeah, I remember this moment. It's actually not so much a me moment as it is a team trust moment. I think that yeah, that was a good one. I don't know, I just had a feeling, you know? I had a feeling. I didn't even like to look at it. I didn't look at who was mid. I didn't look at what was going on. I will admit that half the time I could have flash pillared there and nothing would have happened, because I actually didn't I didn't physically confirm with my camera that my teammates were like on middle wave ready to help. A huge philosophy on our team, and that's something when I was jungling that I like really hammered in, especially when I was playing with Hilly, is that like you have to hover for a play. Like, if someone's communicating that they want to do something, you have to commit to that, and you have to spend effort moving your character there, pressing S, making sure that the guy gets to make his turn, and then you can go back to farming and you can tell him, hey, I looked, I'm done. And the reason why that's really important is because here, actually it's Hilly that calls, like, this guy's gonna face check me and I'm gonna one-shot him. And you can see that, not in this clip because it's cut, but you actually notice that Niski's gonna walk away and recall, and he makes the judgment call that, no, I'm going to stay, because that's kind of how our team worked. If someone said he had a play, you had to trust him that his eye was good enough that he wasn't gonna waste your time. So, I mean, in this instance, it paid off. Yeah, go ahead, yeah.
If I could interject, also when you play with Bwipo and Hylissang on your team, the play is happening either way, whether you like it or not. So you better actually make this play, or it is being done no matter what. So hey, it is what it is.
You're not wrong. I won't lie, and that's also kind of why it was. Is like, well, I'm making this play no matter what, so you can either show up or lose. Not lose, but like we're making a play, and then hopefully what you were doing was better than what you were thinking. This was a pretty, like, this was an important split for me, because I kind of proved to everyone that was watching as well. Like, when I say that I'm willing to role swap, like, I mean it, and I do put in a hell of a lot of effort to make sure that I'm top 2 in my role, regardless of what role that is.
All right, Bwipo, the 5th play we have for you is your interesting Graves pathing back from when you were still a jungler on Fnatic. This is Worlds 2021 in Iceland, and you locked in the Graves against Lee Sin. So let's see how you decided to play this early game. It was a little bit different than most people expect from a Graves player.
I mean, I think this is in the fantasy of all Graves players. Fun fact was, here, as he's doing the Raptors, Something that was really interesting about Lee Sin and in general about jungling on this patch, depending on like which skills you took and how you cleared, like that could really affect your jungle clear. So here, when he queued the buff, I was actually trying to save my smite and sneak it, but he queued the buff, which led me to understand that he skilled E first, because you have to skill E to do raptors, and then he skilled Q to Q the buff, which means that now, if I can chunk him low enough, he actually can't jungle well at all. Lee Sin was always a champion that relied on W to clear healthily and effectively. So as soon as I noticed that he had Q and E, I flashed on him and took his whole health bar, because I knew as long as he's low HP, he's going to have a really hard time clearing. Like, even if he goes to golems here, he has no real other options, and I just made sure that my support knew and my teammates knew that if they can stop him from doing our blue buff and our Gromp, because it's not that he can't do it, it's just it gets really low. Like, someone could pretty much just walk up and ignite him and last hit him.
All right, and the last play that we have for you today, Bwipo, is your Urgot play. This is game 3 of Worlds and that banger best of 5 you guys played against GenG last year, and this game was a really tight game. I mean, it felt very close from the beginning. You know, you had that great TP bottom, and then in this Baron situation, you ended up doing some work. So let's play the clip and get into it.
Oh man, the only thing I can remember from the only thing that I can remember from this game is I got Renekton ulted and died and got ganked, and I calmed like, oh, I'm actually in a good spot. I just thought it was really fun. I thought it was really funny. But yeah, this play in particular, obviously it's just a late game Baron team fight. Urgot is a very potent character in the late game team fights, especially as like a backline threat, because he's really tanky and deals mass amounts of damage. You see there at the end, I'm still super tanky, and actually it's funny because Lucio, I don't think he knew that Urgot E interacted that way with Ezreal E, but there's some skills that still work this way. I know JC actually got changed recently that it doesn't do that anymore, but it locks, when it CCs you, it locks you in the place where it catches you. So Urgot E will always displace you back to that exact spot, even if you dash after he stuns you. So Ezreal's blink is unique because you can input buffer it, you can get stunned, and then dash anyway. Doesn't work against Urgot because he displaces you right back to where he caught you. I look at the scoreboard and it's just funny because like as long as I'm even in gold, it doesn't really matter what my score is. And I'm picking characters that like don't mind dying as long as they have gold.
So when I first watched this clip, I remember really focusing on Masu because the whole thing felt like Renekton has this flank. You know, Masu has no sums. Is he about to just get one shot, and is NA going to, you know, lose? That's what I felt. But when I watched it back, I was like, this is the strongest 1 in 5 Urgot I've ever seen in my life. Like, this is a strong 1 in 5 Urgot. And at the end there, when you went on to Pays, I felt like it was really risky because you barely got that E. That was like the edge of your E, right? Like if you're 1 millimeter short on that, you're probably dying. Who knows what ends up happening after? You're definitely not getting Baron. Maybe they get Baron. And it ended up connecting. So it was a huge play.
Oh, for sure. I mean, I still have my Starx, and you know, if you know me, I'm a huge Starx merchant. So as I'm Eing in, actually my Starx is still available, so it pops as I E in, and I love baiting with this item. I mean, it's my favorite item in the game. Has been for a really long time. I think anyone that's watched me for a while knows that I like this item a lot. And I still saved my ultimate, so even though the Braum and the Renekton still went down, I still had my ultimate. So if I can hit confirm anyone with my E here, I can definitely turn something around. Actually, did I end up wasting it? I think I ended up wasting it. Never mind.
I think you used it on frontline. Like, I think you were trying to hit Keen with it at the beginning, but
I just missed it? Canyon. Oh my god.
You missed Canyon. Yeah, I wasn't going to bring that up, man. Like, I was going to let that one pass.
Wait, really? I wasted my ult? When did I use it? Oh my god.
I think you were trying to hit Keen, but look at the angle. You end up hitting Canyon.
God.
Canyon slowed walking out.
Oh my god. Never mind. I'm trolling. I looked at the scoreboard. No, you're right. This was one of those games where I don't think I ate a single guy. Like, I literally missed every ult. Yeah, my bad.
Why do you bring back the top lane Rengar? It's been years, man.
Well, he was unique because he actually didn't interact well with enemy champions in the team fight stage. He was just a lane bully. I used him because my teammates were really frustrated that I don't think they were frustrated, but my staff was really frustrated that I couldn't play Kennen well. And I said, well, I can't play Kennen, but I'm going to shit on him every time he gets locked in. So I played Rengar. And I didn't actually always beat Kennen in lane, but it scared people. Like, it scared the hell out of people having to play that matchup, so people just avoided picking it all together.
Since we've been watching your fans' favorite plays of yourself, what is your favorite play that you've ever done?
My very favorite play I've ever done was... So in 2020, this was the second week of groups. We were playing against LGD. I played Volibear, and Hilly was playing Leona, and I had my camera right on him. And I believe the Senna had no flash. It was either cleanse or flash. I don't remember which one. He had down a summoner spell. And like the Senna right-clicked him over the wall because he was just warding. And I just like, I told Hilly, you can go, 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 go. You can go. Just give me like, just go, go, go. I'm ready. And he just ease over the wall, dry, slams his ult, drops a ward on the guy's head as we're doing this. And I just channel my TP like instantly. Like my camera was like locked in exactly at the same place at the same time as him. And we gave each other a calm. Like, I think 100% of people that weren't me and him would have hesitated on that play. And that's exactly why it's my favorite play of all time, because I feel like he was such a pivotal part of me as a rookie, coming up, learning how to play at a high level. You know, obviously laned with him in the bot lane for a few months, and I think it really set myself up for success, and I eventually ended up being kind of the same style as him. We're a bit fearless and very lovable, I think, because of that, because we just play League of Legends, man.
Thank you so much for walking down memory lane with us, Bwipo. It was a pleasure having you on. And last thing, would you like to say anything to your fans before we end this episode?
Thank you very much for supporting me over the years. I know it's been a long time, and for everyone that, you know, grew up alongside me, thank you again for supporting me. I hope everything is going great in your lives as well, because now that I think back to it and I can share these moments with everyone, I definitely say I'm very blessed.